Hello, Decado here, and welcome to Sentinels Reprieve Star Citizen Shorts, where I will give hints and tips on areas and mechanisms not easily specified in-game. Are you tired of always having to manually ask for permission to land? Either you have to press F11 to go into comms and ask through that, which is a bit of a time sink. You then click on the friends and then ask permission, and you have to wait it like anything up to 20 seconds for them to allow it. Or you hold down F and you look onto the different screens and press comms and then request it through there. Well, there's a much faster way. If you press escape and then go to options and then key bindings and down to advanced key bindings and then click on flight movement and then scroll down to the bottom. You see the very bottom option, just click on that and you can set it to whatever key binding you want. And once you do, just hit that key bind and permission is requested. Easy as pie. If you find yourself with a ship full of stock that might be on the wrong side of the law, for any reason, I don't judge, Grim Hex is usually the place to sell these items. If, however, there is too much PvP activity or grief in there, you can always visit a lesser known terminal to sell the contraband. Just head over to Crew L4, and that is the Shallow Fields Station. You'll see there. Once there, just dock and go and store your ship. And then head through the lift. Once there, head up to the gallery. Hopefully the lift won't kill me. Once you're through the lift, just take the first left. And then left again. And go through these lockers. And you'll see here's a terminal right here. This is a no questions asked terminal, which means you can sell your stock without any questions asked. Unfortunately, when you sell them at this location, you will make a loss because you buy them for 120 UEC and here you sell them for 36. I think at Grim Hex it's 180. However, if you desperately need to get rid of them, you need to amount your stock, this is the perfect location. This is a relatively simple one, to be honest. The second you enter a server, the very first thing you should do is go into your contracts manager by pressing F2 and then clicking on it. And then go down to mercenary and click a call to arms and accept offer. This will get you paid for every bad guy you kill. And you could earn about 80,000 per hour, depending, and that's not including any missions you may be on at the same time. When you spawn your ship and it is floating in midair in your bunker. It's a bit of an annoying bug and it has been happening off and on for many years. Okay, should we start? First, just head off back to the ship terminal. Once you're at your terminal again, what we're going to do is just go on the screen and store your ship. Wait a few years for that to happen. Then press F2 and go down to Vehicle Loadout Manager and click your ship. Okay, and then go to Systems and click on the power plant and remove it. And then save the loadout and close. And then spawn your ship again. Vehicle selected. And then head back to the ship once it's spawned. Okay, and when you get back to your ship, you will see it is now on the ground. What you need to do now is just enter your ship. And sit down. Please ignore the drugs. That's my business, not yours. And just find the button on the screen to turn the power off, or you could just press I, which shuts off the engines. And once we've done that, we want to head back to the terminal, store the ship again, then press F2, go into Vehicle Loadout Manager, but this time you want to put the power plant back in and save and respawn it. And it should be on the ground. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, the ship is now on the ground and it's in perfect working order. This should save you from having to wait 10 minutes sometimes for the vehicle insurance to take in. Okay, to start with, this does require you to have an Anvil Pisces, which is about 800,000 Alpha UEC in game. You can use other smaller ships, I just prefer the Pisces. So if you find yourself with your large ship either despawning or being destroyed and you're near one of these land vehicle pads down on one of the moons, you can go into the room next to it and go to the terminal.
Welcome to the ASOC.
And the Pisces is small enough for you to spawn here, like so. And oh, I forgot I have drugs on that ship.
Has been moved to our storage facility.
That ruins that plan. That's fine.
Stand by.
Once you've spawned it,
your vehicle has
you can
been
then
to the following
fly back, and you won't have to either lose immersion or log off and join another server. That might save you a bit of time, I guess. We've just undergone a soft reset, and as such, my bounty hunting has been set back to 0. I've still got the reps, so all I would need to do is do the different assessment missions, and then I get access to the large ones. I've done all of those, however, cave missions are still not on my missions log, and that's arguably one of the best ways to make money in game. To enable that, there is one mission that I do need to do still. So all I need to do is press F2 and then go to Contracts Manager and then Bounty Hunter, and there it is, Verified Freelancer Bounty Assessment. I need to do this one mission and then cave mission should be enabled for me. I'll be back when that's done. Now, you'll have to forgive my laziness because I am using an Eclipse with size 9 torpedoes, but in my defense, I can't be bothered to fight them normally. Okay, job done. Now I'm going to get out of it a little bit. Now if I press F2, okay, so it's possible that somebody's on the mission, so I may not have it yet, but it will be available. I know it is because if you see, I've got new missions with ERT after it. So now I've got lots more missions now. You also want to make sure if you click in Delphi right here and then click on Crusader Security, you can actually look at your bounty hunting in the area and also click on Bounty Hunting Guild, and that'll show your area. You need to be at least level 2 to get the cave missions. Suppressors. For first-person shooter missions, I think they're regularly overlooked and people don't understand just how useful they are in doing a nice quick mission and being able to just repeat it as fast as you can. So I'm going to do this first room with the suppressor, and then I'm going to do the whole mission out of video, and then I'll come back and do it without it, and then you can see the difference. Not healing. As you can see, they barely reacted at all. I don't think they even knew that I was there. Okay, I'll be back momentarily for you. And I'll do the same first room again. Okay, so I'm back in the cave, and this time I have no suppressor, and you should be able to see the difference in how the enemies react. Okay, so just getting ready to shoot my first guy. And you see the first one there is reacting immediately. There should just be one more guy in here. There he is. Okay. He's vanished. Oh. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that was a bit buggy. Okay. Oh, he's still alive. Well, you get the idea. That was a lot longer. It took a lot more bullets and a little bit more stress and a bit more buggy, but never mind. Equip suppressors. Video settings and how to pull up an FPS counter in-game if you don't run any third-party overlay programs in the background. To start with, I'll do the FPS counter. To pull it up, all you need to do is press the tilde key, then type R, and then tab, and just click 1. And now if you see in the top right hand corner, I now have an FPS counter. Right now my FPS is at 53, and I can definitely improve that. I'm running with volumetric clouds at high and video settings to low. So press escape, brings up the options, click options, and then graphics. Now you'll see here I'm running at 1080p. To be honest, I'm quite old and my eyes are a bit shot, so I don't notice the difference between 1080p and 4K. Also, my monitor's only 1080p, so it would kind of be a bit pointless for me to run anything more. So first thing, don't ever run it on low or medium. The game works this way. If it's low or medium, it primarily uses your CPU for video. And if it's on high or very high, it primarily uses your graphics card. And obviously the graphics card's much better at this job, so it's best to run that on high or very high. Now this is personal opinion. I personally use volumetric clouds off, which does increase FPS, especially in high volume areas. And I put scattered objects distance to low, and terrain tessellation distance also to low. If you turn chromatic aberration down to the bottom and VSync to no or off, and once you save, you'll see what turning off volumetric cloud has done. Crusader does look a little bit rubbish now. To be honest, it doesn't bother me at all. But now if you see, my FPS has gone up to 102 per second. I'm running a AMD Ryzen 5600X and an AMD Radeon 6600 XT. I'm also running 32 GB of 32,000 speed memory. Which ships are particularly good as a day-to-day runabout? These are ships you might want to use to get to FPS missions fast, or things like delivery missions. I'm covering the smaller ships here because in my opinion they suit this particular role better than larger ships for the following reasons. So I'm going to go to the ship terminal, and first I'm going to show you what happens when I spawn a slightly larger ship, which is a medium, and that's the Drake Cutlass Red. And you'll see when I claim it, it has just over 9 minutes 25 seconds wait time.
Thank you.
When I expedite it, it goes down to just over 3 minutes. Now again, I will do the Avenger Titan and I'll claim it, and it's got a claim time of 47 seconds, and when expedited it goes down to instant. So that means I can spawn it as soon as I either get to the station or I re-log in, and it allows me to instantly go to my ship
To the following location.
and fly to the mission. Now, a few minutes isn't much one time, but if you multiply that 100 times, that's 300 minutes of game time saved, which does add up really. My opinion, it's better to use the smaller ships purely because once you quantum to the planet, you will get to the mission point a lot faster. I personally favour the Avenger Titan because it has 8 SCU cargo space and it has 1 gimbal size 3 and 2 gimbal size 2, which is pretty strong for a small ship. You could go for the Nomad, which is 3 size 2 gimbals and 24 SCU cargo. I will drop a list in description showing all the ships that have an instant expedited time. The best drink in my opinion to buy and the easiest way to consume it. In the bottom left hand of the screen you will see that I am both thirsty and hungry, so I've got 41% thirst and 74% hunger. Okay, so I'm going to press I, which brings me into my local because I've actually bought a lot of these, the Cruise Lux. Now if you see, it's got hydration of 38 and a nutrition of 30. So I'm going to drink that. So I'm going to bring it to my hand, wait for it to do it. Press I again. Now, one way of drinking it is you hold F, you go down and you press drink, but that consumes little sips each time. The easiest way is to just hold your left mouse button. It says fill the buckets. I'm still wearing my helmet. One noob. Remove your helmet. And as you can see, this is giving me both nutrition and hydration, so it's filled both my thirst and my hunger bar together. Okay, and that's about it. Have a nice day, and I bid you farewell.